for the first time when I came across herbal smoking, Dhumapana, as part of Ayurveda routine, I was kind of shocked. Hi, this is Amrita. I'm discussing basics Ayurveda for everyone. And as a part of Dinacharya, daily routine, we're doing little things to take care of our health. One of the things that is practiced actually, was Dhumapana, which literally means inhalation of smoke. Now, the smoke is coming from different herbs or chosen spices and all, which is like told by an Ayurvedic doctor. So we shouldn't be doing this. Like, do not try this at home. I have to already tell you this. Because the topic is so interesting, I want to know more about it and why is it done then, and why are we not allowed to do it now so much. So let's understand. See, these different herbs that are chosen, we do not have complete knowledge about them, right? Herbs carry a lot of different properties, and they could be very sharp, they could be very like and if you, without knowing properly, if you use those herbs and ज़्यादा quantity हो गया, ज़्यादा inhale कर लिया, this could actually like become more harmful for you rather than actually giving that benefit, which is why do not try this at home. Cool. Now, why this was done? This is, we are inhaling the smoke here. So of course, all our sinuses channels, it will, and because it's smoke and it is so light and it is so subtle, like sukshma जैसे कहते हैं, so it will travel to different minutest channels also. So that means people who had all these like any kind of लॉन्ग टर्म में जो म्यूकस बहुत जमा रह जाता है, कफा रिलेटेड एनी काइंड ऑफ डिसऑर्डर्स, any these kind of people were given these medicated fumes to inhale so that this can clear out their channels and give them a little feeling of lightness, thoda cleanse and feeling a little better. But because these herbs are also so sharp, so they can actually go and pinpoint and remove that, scrape out all that, dry up that, that sputum or mucus that is formed. So which is why this practice was done. Now, of course, everyday basis, since we are not allowed, like not allowed, but we're not like, since we don't know it, so it's not advisable for us to do this practice. But I still wanted to know more about it, that why do we do this, what kind of herbs can be done with it, what is exact method for it, because that is also very important. I came across some text which says that there's that cotton cloth, very nice, clean and all. You take that and you apply different herbs on it. You also mix it with a little ghee if you want to lubricate it, and then you roll it, let it dry overnight, and then you have to smoke. And also very important is that you have to smoke. You'll have to inhale through nostrils and exhale through mouth, and this is only done thrice, so that's enough. But since I wanted to know more about it, I spoke to an Ayurvedic doctor about it, because I was like, I'll just get like a better, much trusted information on this. So Dr. Rekha, I spoke to, who's based out of Dubai and Kerala, and I asked her all about Dhumapana. So let's hear it from her.
Okay, Dhumapana in Ayurveda is supposed to be one of the dinacharyas mentioned by the acharyas. So, as you know, Ayurveda is written by a few acharyas, and they have written samhitas about it. So, one is Charaka, one is Sushruta, and one is Vakpada, and they have written books which says that Dhumapana is part of dinacharya. Dhumapana means Dhuma is smoke. Pana means inhalation or taking inside. So Dhumapana is one of the dinacharyas mentioned in the text. However, it is not practiced as much, mainly because of the quality of the practice itself. Because it is a very tikshna kind of a practice to be practiced every day. You need that medical supervision most of the times, because it is as much as it is said as a daily practice, unless and until you are doing it the right way, you may not get the benefits of it. And today, if you ask me Ayurvedic practices, we definitely use Dhumapana for conditions like epilepsy. In the conditions like epilepsy, what we do is we actually smoke the whole room, and we have such treatments like that. And it's always also used for people with premature hair fall, premature graying of the hair, people with severe conditions of migraine. Dhumapana is one of the treatments of choice. But at the same time, it is not practiced as much as a daily routine, because because of the various reasons. So when it comes to the herbs that we use for or the kind of treatment that Dhumapana is, it is basically you uh, you inhale fumes. So when it comes to inhalation of fumes, there are two elements that are involved. So one is air and one is um, Agni or fire. So when it comes to these two, the best property of this is it is all pervading or microscopic, that it is very sukshma. Sukshma is the quality of dhuma. So the problem is when you are inhaling it, it goes to even the minute channels and sinuses inside your the upper your head and everything. So what happens is it is so Tikshna and so sharp that and that is one of the reasons why we cannot use it every day, like just randomly. Maybe that is the reason why we are not using it as a daily practice. However, it's a very, very effective treatment in treating the diseases that I've mentioned before.
So could you tell me what are the kind of herbs that are used for this Dhumapana practice?
So it depends. So when we use it for people with cough related or kapha, so basically Dhumapana is a procedure which is used when people have excess of kapha and excess of vata in their body. So in such cases, the base depending on the conditions. Say for example, if it's somebody with kasa means cough, okay, and that too severe cough in such diseases. What we usually do in our clinic is we make a wick out of so what we make do is we make a paste with turmeric and melted ghee, and we apply it on the on a cloth, sort of, or a very light cloth, and this is made into the form of a wick, and this wick is burnt and is inhaled, and there is a lot of processes that goes behind making this wick, and how you process these herbal paste. So this is how we normally do it when it comes to these diseases. So for different diseases, sometimes we use Shankhupushpi, sometimes we use, so different kinds of herbs are chosen based on the condition that we are trying to treat. So as a matter of fact, anyways, we are not using it for as a daily routine anymore.
But if somebody still want to be like adventurous and if they want to try this at home, is there a really easy method or easy herb that they could use and try it at home? Is that possible?
So as I said, this is something which you can try at home if you really want to try it. So what you can do is make a paste out of ghee and turmeric, okay, and apply it on a piece of cloth, okay, and then roll it and just dry it outside. And the original dhumapana that we the dhoom stick that we make is made of like different processing, like many layers and layers of. So initially we will take this particular grass, and then on top of that we will put this herbs, paste of herbs, like 5 layers, 6 layers, 7 layers of these herbs, and then we dry it, and then we remove the stick, and you get this like in the form of a tube, and then you smoke it, and that is how it is done. But on a normal this thing, if you really want to get adventurous and do it, then this is one thing that you can do. Just roll this turmeric and ghee thing into a wick, dry it, and then just burn it, and you can inhale the fumes. But make sure that you inhale with your nose and exhale with your mouth when you do this. And I would suggest don't do this without any medical supervision. But yeah, that's how you can do a thumapan if you really want to try how to do it.
Now this does sound interesting and काफ़ी like ऐसा लग रहा है कि हाँ try करना चाहिए, but I think I will wait until like I like go to an Ayurvedic doctor and try this out then. Now here's the thing, I know a lot of people do struggle with smoking as a habit. Now these are two very very different things, and of course smoking is, we know it already, मतलब हमें नहीं भी पता होता ना, तो मूवी में कोई स्मोक भी कर रहा होता है तो लिखा आ जाता है कि स्मोकिंग इज इंजूरियस टू हेल्थ. दिस इज हाउ वी नो इट, राइट? बट अदरवाइज ऑल्सो वी नो इट. नाउ आई नो in markets there are a lot of products that are sold which are saying have herbal cigarettes and Ayurvedic guno se sampoon, all of that. But it is still not advisable to even take those herbal cigarettes and all, because apparently when you smoke those, the way they're packed, the way or whatever is done, there's still that tar is going to be produced and carbon monoxide and all of that, and these are still carcinogenic for us, so it's still not great for us. So I was like, okay, then there must be people who want to know about ki agar actually people who want to quit smoking, it is a problem, it is a lifestyle issue and very very common. So what is it, Ayurveda has like solution for it, like has any advice for it? So I started like researching about it. तो Google से तो इतना ज़्यादा बहुत scattered information मिलता है, but I came across this home remedies like दादी माँ के नुस्खे type from Dr. Vasant Lal books, which was very interesting. So one of the tea concoction, like a herbal tea concoction that he suggests, is taking Jatamansi, chamomile and Brahmi. So Jatamansi and Brahmi, they both are these Ayurvedic herbs. Jatamansi is like full of antioxidants and all. Brahmi ka leaf though literally looks like a brain, so we know that it's really good for our like a brain health, sleep and all that. So these three herbs you could actually steep into your hot water and drink it as like a herbal tea. That helps you with curbing those cravings. Another home remedy that's mentioned in his book was about, wait, I actually noted down so that I don't miss it out. It was dried pineapple pieces with honey, half teaspoon honey with 2 dried pineapple pieces. Even that, he says, can help with the curbing with the smoke cravings. Also, some other things that I came across was chewing on ajwain can also, because again very sharp, so you may that jo beech mein craving aata hai, that can actually subside. And of course in long term, including different adaptogen herbs like ashwagandha and brahmi and shatavari and all of these, or even taking like chawanprash for your better overall health, can actually be beneficial for people who are trying to quit smoking as well. Drinking water in copper vessel is also advisable, and as a regular practice, nasya, something that I've already discussed about putting oil in your nasal cavity nostrils each day, nasya and methi, which is like putting saline water through your nostrils to cleanse your entire sinus area, is something very very beneficial for people who are trying to quit smoking, because it's all that smoke and sometimes all these different particles are remaining, and so that also can like clearing out, and that's not causing you more harm. So these are the things, if you know somebody who you would want to help, so you may want to send this video to them. And if there's anything that you know, short way of people how they have quit smoke or you have done it, so then do share it in comments, because this can help a lot of people. So I hope you're liking these videos. Tomorrow I'll be back with another practice that we do as a part of Dinacharya, and I hope to see you guys then. Thank you so much for watching.